Hello friends, myself Professor P.V. Shinde, Department of Soil Science and Agricultural Chemistry, KKO College of Agriculture, Nasik. Here I am presenting the topic that is submerged soil under problematic soil and their management. Let us see the definition of submerged soil. Submerged soils are soils which are saturated with water for sufficiently long time in a year to give distinctive clay horizons resulting from oxidation reduction process in the soil. This picture shows the submerged profile of soil. This is the free surface water. This indicates the free surface of water. Then next layer that indicates partially oxidized layer, that's redox potential is more than 400 millivolt. Next layer indicates that is permanently reduced and motile layer, that's redox potential is less than 400 millivolt. Then last layer that is Plosol subsoil. Here we see the factors which are responsible for formation of waterlogged soil, or we can say submerged soil. That is climatological factors, that are rainfall and flood water, irrigation, uncontrolled unwanted drainage, that is drainage is when poor, topography, depressed land, land shape is saucer shaped land, become waterlogged or we can say submerged condition. Height of groundwater table is higher groundwater table. It is responsible for formation of submerged soil. What are the characteristics of submerged soil? When greater amount of soil solution is present, then the characteristics of submerged soil is reduced oxygen level, reduced aerobic microbial activity, and an altered chemical status of soil, a partially oxidized A horizon, high in organic matter, a motile zone in which oxidation and reduction alternates, a permanently reduced zone which is bluish green in color. The soil is intermittently saturated with water, oxidation of organic matter is low and it accumulated in the A horizon. In the second horizon, iron and manganese are deposited as rusty mottles or streaks if the diffusion of oxygen into the soil is low. If the diffusion is rapid, they are deposited as a concretes. It is important to see how manage the submerged soil. Number one, that is leveling of land is very important factor for or regarding management of submerged soil. Leveling of land in many wetlands removes water by runoff. This picture show the leveling of land. Second factor, that is drainage. Drainage removes excess water from the root zone that is harmful for plant growth. Land can be drained by surface drainage, subsurface drainage and drainage well methods like biodrainage. What do you mean by biodrainage? This picture shows the biodrainage. Pumping of excess soil water by deep-rooted plants using their bioenergy is called as biodrainage. The criteria of biodrainage plants is that is it may be fast growing crops, luxurious water consumption crops. This picture show the transmuration of water and translocation of water. Next factor, that is sowing on raised bed in waterlogged condition. This picture shows the crops are grown on raised bed and excess water is drained off in the furrows. Here is the dry soil and this is the wet soil, and crops are grown on raised beds. That's why the excess waters are run off in the, or we can say drain off in the furrows. Next factor, that is control irrigation. Excess use of water in the irrigation result in waterlogged area. To check the seepage in the canals and irrigation canals, to seepage land becomes waterlogging. Flood control measures the construction of bunds may check the water flow from the rivers to the cultivable land. Plantation of tree having high transpiration rate. Transpiration rate in certain tree like eucalyptus, acacia, gingifus is very high. In transpiration process, the underground water is consumed by trees, thus lowering the groundwater table. Next is the selection of crops and their proper varieties. Certain crops like rice, watermelon, jute and sesbania can tolerate waterlogging up to the same extent. In rice crop, submerged tolerance varies from one variety to another, generally lowland and deep water varieties.